Just a very short vlog for this one. We've come 3.5–4 miles away from home to a place called Munt, and here we're going to have some lunch. We're going to climb the mound up over there to your, well, about the center of your picture, just to the left. And this place is very special to me. I got married in the church here. It is the Church of the Holy Cross. We are in Nova, by the way. We haven't got her in camper mode. So there she is in the car park. And it is a bit bumpy here, but never mind. Anyway, so a short vlog. These are going to be a series of vlogs just to show you where my go-to places are near to home in West Wales. So we're going to start off, as I said, with this one in Munt. And if I can zoom in about now, as you see, we have David the drone up. We are doing a circle shot of Church of the Holy Cross, or Eglwys y Groch. And just a couple of facts about this church. It is a Grade 1 listed building dating back to the 14th century. It is known as a medieval sailor's chapel. So not a church, actually a chapel. The font was made from local Preseli stone, and the site was used since the age of the saints. Restored in 1853 and again in 1917 after a storm, and they know this because the windows on the south elevation were in a different position on a photo that was taken in 1912. In December 2021, the church was extensively vandalised and a crowdfunding page was set up, and over £20,000 was raised to repair the damage. Lastly, it was used by the pilgrims en route to St David's and Bardsey Island. So from north Aberystwyth to south St David's and Bardsey Island. Right, here we are then. We are going to take a walk into this church for you now, and I never ever get tired of being here. And you walk in, and this is the length of the church or chapel. It is very small, and the detailing on those A-frames is absolutely stunning. And there we are. On the wall, a painting depicting the pilgrim, and it says the Pilgrim's Way Munt Cardigan. Amazing that. The bell tower is above us there, which has a slight lean outwards. You can buy yourselves a postcard for £1, and then we walk towards the altar. And believe it or not, I have this place all to myself. So there we are, amazing place. Very quiet, very peaceful. And we have the organ. I think I did that the last time. Look, I stepped off there, half stepped off and half stepped on. And then we have some timbers that look like original timbers from a structure that would have been on this site prior to this later church. So the site does sort of date back to the 12th century. But as I said earlier, this church is a few centuries newer. And we came through that door there. Absolutely sort of, you know, hard to think why people would come in to a church of this importance, or any church or any building, and vandalize it for their own pleasure. And if it's kids doing it, I'd love to get into their bedrooms and vandalize their game consoles, their PCs, their iPads, anything that they enjoy. I would have the pleasure of destroying. There we are, and that sort of bench there, if you want to call it a bench. I'm not sure what they call these, where you sort of kneel down and you rest on there. In dear memory of David Ernest Stephen Davis, eldest son of Davis Davis of Stanley House, Cardigan. There we are. Stanley House is a pink house in the centre of Cardigan. And then on the other one, he died on the 28th of July, 1950 at Cuckfield. I was going to say, I'll say that very sort of gingerly, and the detail on that carving is amazing. So yeah, a place, and you know, you've got the two chairs either side which are matching, and one last look back from the altar down the other end of the church. So that's it for now. We're going to go up, walk up to Munt Mount. Yay, I did that step all right that time. And we're going to hopefully get some drone footage whilst we're up there. Here we are then at the bottom of Munt Mount, and we are climbing up to the top of that. I'll just give you a quick spin round of the church, the pine end, the bell tower end, and say that is leaning slightly outwards. But what a lush view. Car park in front of you there. To the sort of right of the church up there is a local campsite. So I think that is T Gwyn, if I remember correctly. Right, okay, let's get those steps in and walk to the top of that. We are then at the top of Munt Mount. Hopefully you can hear me. We've got the DJI Mini Mic 2 on. It's a little bit windy for the drone. The gusts are around 18 to 20 mile an hour, so we might not be able to get any drone footage, but using the DJI Action 5 Pro on the selfie stick with subject track, hopefully you'll get a scope of how high I am. There we are, absolutely stunning, and it's the 2nd of August. It's about 3 o'clock and the sun is shining and it's near 20 degrees. So there we are. What a view. The beach is packed, the car park's packed, the campsite's packed, and that is that. I can see Cardigan Island from here, and also I can see a big ship out on the horizon. I haven't got an app for that one, only aeroplanes. Even a helicopter has blessed us with its presence up there. I'm not sure if you can see that. What a lush day to be in a helicopter. Okay, we're going to give you a view out to Cardigan Island now. So there we are, the selfie stick is extended and that helicopter blessed us with its presence. And there we are, looking out to the coast and then coming back in towards the beach. Very popular beach is Munt. unless the wind is directly off the sea from the west. It is a very sheltered beach, and typically the waves are not that big, and it's fairly still out there today. So yeah, a lot of families enjoying the sea, but always be careful. Don't go beyond your limits. And I can't really understand people. There's a guy up here just now in flip-flops. Okay, it's not massively high, it's not massively challenging, but in a pair of flip-flops, no way. One fall with those flip-flops and he's relying on mountain rescue to save his ass. As you see, we've done the top shelf on Munt Mount, and now we've come about halfway down. We went back to Nova just to check if we got a ticket, and touch wood, we won't have one. We didn't have one just now. Anyway, I've come halfway around Munt Mount now, and I'm going to show you what I am standing next to. Are you ready for this, guys? Look at that. A sheer drop all the way out to sea. There's been some serious rockfall there, and that's where we are standing. We're not that close to it despite what the camera is showing. If I come back a bit, there shows you where we are. Okay, we're going to try and get close to the sea as we can safely. I'm not one for the beach. I don't have a beach body. I might have a whale body, but certainly not a beach body. The beach is still packed. Look at that. Amazing. As I said at the start of the vlog, it doesn't matter how many times you come here, or I come here, I just don't get fed up with it. I can be here on a winter's night with the wind howling inside Nova, having some supper, just me, myself and I, with my own thoughts. Great place to come and just be alone. No, not very much mobile signal down here either. So that's a plus. There's boats waiting out there. I haven't seen any dolphins or any seals. Did have a word with the guy. He said maybe they all know that this is the time, but I don't think they've seen any just yet. Just going to show you briefly how popular this beach is. You can see how many people, and it is 5:30 and the beach is still packed. Just going to turn out to sea a bit. We're not going to go too far. There are seagulls everywhere, as you'd expect. And just look at that. The beach, it's very clean, very safe for kids. Okay, that's it. We're not going to push our luck. It's far too much. Just going to have a quick look. There's those steps where you come down. Let's go towards them a bit. There they are. There's a little bit of a waterfall down there as well. And then we're going to pan back and up a bit. And then look down onto the beach as we rise just a little bit. Straighten him up. Amazing. I love Munt, as you can probably tell. Okay, I think we've pushed our luck enough now. We are actually over the sea, and I'm still so nervous about flying over water. I don't know what it is. I suppose I've got to trust the technology that is built within these drones, but of course they can go wrong. Okay, time to bring David back. access to the beach is via 100 and something steps all the way down there. Look, you can see people coming up and going down. Unfortunately not disabled friendly to get down there. There are no ramps, it is just pure steps, although they are pretty shallow. Gets a little bit sketchy down on the beach there, and it does have toilets and a shop just over there. The shops sells souvenirs and all your usual beach stuff and some cans and refreshments, and the toilets both male and female and disabled. So that's it. That's how you get down to Munt Beach. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Nick from NovaAdventures signing out from Munt. Peace and love.